What happens when political fiction starts to become reality? James Bennett, former action star turned popular California governor who returned to acting, stars in a hit streaming drama about seizing political power. When his former chief of staff suggests turning fiction into reality, the line between entertainment and conspiracy disappears. As a viral marketing campaign creates mass confusion, Bennett faces an impossible choice. When unexpected events in Washington coincide with the show's pivotal episode, is it a brilliant promotion or something more sinister? Acting President, 8 episodes of political intrigue where entertainment becomes a dangerous game. Acting President, wherever you get your podcasts.
Calaroga Shark Media.
Pope Leo has expressed the Catholic Church's willingness to work toward establishing a unified date for Easter celebrations across all Christian denominations, reviving an ancient goal that dates back 17 centuries to one of Christianity's most significant early councils. Speaking this past Saturday to scholars and religious leaders gathered for an academic symposium in Rome, the Holy Father addressed participants who had spent the week exploring themes of unity between Catholic and Orthodox churches. This is White Smoke. The gathering, titled Nicaea and the Church of the Third Millennium Towards Catholic and Orthodox Unity, took place at the Pontifical University of St. Thomas Aquinas. The pontiff drew connections between contemporary ecumenical efforts and the historic Council of Nicaea, which convened in the year 325. He described this ancient gathering as laying crucial groundwork for the collaborative relationship that Catholic and Orthodox communities have built together since the Second Vatican Council of the 1960s. During the week-long symposium, participants examined 3 primary areas of focus: matters of faith, the practice of synodality in church governance, and the complex question of Easter's date. Pope Leo noted that this final issue, the establishment of a common Easter celebration, represented one of the original intentions of the Nicaea Council centuries ago. The current situation creates genuine pastoral challenges for Christian communities worldwide. Different calendar systems mean that Eastern and Western churches often celebrate Christianity's most significant feast on separate dates, sometimes weeks apart. This division affects families who belong to different traditions, creates confusion within mixed communities, and undermines the unified witness that Christians might otherwise present to the broader world. The Holy Father acknowledged the real human cost of these calendar differences, noting how they separate families during the most sacred season of the Christian year and create practical difficulties for communities trying to celebrate together. He emphasized that such divisions weaken the credibility of the gospel message that Christians seek to share with others. Various practical solutions have emerged from scholarly and theological discussions over recent years. These proposals attempt to honor the principles established at Nicaea while creating pathways for unified celebration across denominational lines. Pope Leo expressed particular encouragement about these developing possibilities, seeing them as concrete steps toward greater Christian unity. This year provided a compelling example of what unified celebration might look like, as both Eastern and Western churches celebrated Easter on the same date, April 20th. Such alignment occurs periodically due to the mathematical relationships between different calendar systems, offering glimpses of the harmony that permanent coordination might achieve. Looking ahead, similar convergence will occur several more times in coming years. Easter will fall on April 16th in 2028 for both traditions, then on April 13th in 2031, and April 9th in 2034. These natural alignments demonstrate that unified celebration remains achievable within existing frameworks. The Pontiff used Saturday's address to reaffirm the Catholic Church's commitment to pursuing ecumenical solutions that would enable all Christians to celebrate the resurrection together. He framed this not merely as an administrative convenience, but as a profound expression of the unity that Christ desires for his followers. Pope Leo also offered broader reflections on the nature of Christian unity itself, emphasizing that ultimate reconciliation between churches cannot be achieved through human planning alone. He stressed that authentic unity will emerge as a divine gift, received according to Christ's will and through means that may differ from human expectations or predetermined strategies. This perspective reflects a theological understanding that sees church unity as fundamentally spiritual rather than institutional, requiring divine grace rather than simply better organization or clearer agreements. The Holy Father's words suggest that while human efforts toward unity remain important, they must be grounded in prayer, humility, and openness to unexpected pathways toward reconciliation. The symposium itself represents the kind of scholarly dialogue that contributes to better understanding between Christian traditions. By bringing together Catholic and Orthodox participants to examine shared history and common challenges, such gatherings create foundations for the practical cooperation that Pope Leo envisions. The focus on Nicaea proves particularly significant because that ancient council addressed fundamental questions about Christian identity that continue to shape church life today. By returning to these foundational discussions, contemporary Christians can rediscover common ground that transcends later divisions and disagreements. The Easter date question serves as both a practical challenge and a symbolic opportunity. Resolving calendar differences would eliminate immediate pastoral problems while demonstrating that Christian churches can work together effectively on matters of mutual concern. Success in this area might encourage broader cooperation on other issues that currently divide Christian communities. Pope Leo's commitment to ecumenical dialogue continues themes that have characterized recent papal leadership, building on decades of improved relationships between Catholic and Orthodox churches. His words suggest that the current pontificate will maintain priority attention to Christian unity while exploring new approaches to long-standing challenges. A state legislator in Springfield has proposed generating revenue through commemorative license plates to help fund construction of a statue honoring Pope Leo XIV at the Illinois State House. State Representative Martin McLaughlin, a Republican from Lake Barrington, introduced this plan to commemorate the historic achievement of the former South Suburban Dalton resident who rose to the highest position in the Holy See. McLaughlin's proposal calls for building a statue on the grounds of the state capitol. To finance the construction, a special fund would be established to accept both public and private donations, according to the measure McLaughlin recently presented. Additional funding would come through a proposed commemorative license plate program operating under the Secretary of State's office. These special license plates would be available for purchase at $27 each, with $12 of that amount directed toward covering the statue's construction costs. Renewal of these commemorative plates would cost $17, according to the proposed legislation. The Office of the Architect of the Capitol would oversee both the design and placement of the statue, though the legislation does not establish specific timelines for creating either the license plates or the statue itself. This memorial would join other significant monuments on the Capitol grounds, including those dedicated to Abraham Lincoln and Martin Luther King Jr., honoring major historical figures alongside the Pope's commemoration. The proposal recognizes the meaningful connection between Illinois and Pope Leo XIV, celebrating his remarkable journey from a Chicago area community to leading the Catholic Church worldwide.
There's always something brewing behind palace walls, whether it's Prince Harry and Meghan Markle making headlines from afar, or Prince William and Princess Catherine quietly preparing for the future throne. I'm Mark Francis, and on Palace Intrigue, we cover every twist, turn, whisper, and wink. From royal drama to daily gossip, follow Palace Intrigue wherever you get your podcasts.
When the world's most powerful people go to war, we can't look away. Welcome to Feuds, Power, Pride, and Payback, the podcast tracking the explosive conflicts shaping our world right now. Presidential administrations fracturing. Tech billionaires threatening government leaders. Entertainment titans destroying partnerships with single social media posts. These aren't just headlines. They're windows into how power really works. We deliver daily episodes when news explodes, weekly deep dives for perspective. From Washington power struggles to Silicon Valley vendettas, we decode the psychology behind the drama and reveal why these feuds matter far beyond entertainment. Feuds, power, pride, and payback. Today's conflicts are tomorrow's history. Available wherever you get your podcasts.
He thought cryptocurrency would set him free. Instead, it made him a target. Alessandro Romano flew to New York for a business meeting with his former partner. What he found was an elaborate trap. A luxury apartment turned torture chamber, where digital dreams become real-world nightmares. For 8 days, he endured unimaginable torture. His captors wanted his Bitcoin passwords. They had police protection. They had done this before. This is the true story of friendship turned to betrayal, innovation turned to exploitation, and one man's fight for survival against a system designed to break him. Crypto Kidnap. Available wherever you get your podcasts.